Israeliyat is a category of narrations or reports that quotes many narrations from the previous scriptures, primarily from Banu Israel, the Israelites. Now we know historically Banu Israel has a long history and many prophets came to them. Thousands and thousands of prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came to them. And they were rabbis, they were scholars in that community as well, and always has been in that community. In that community, a lot of things that were spread, that were shared, and often by the scholars as well, were not verified, and they were not verifiable either. And so many reports that we find in there, many narrations that we find in there, often has no basis, no truth to it, except some entertainment and amusement. So some people who were very knowledgeable in that tradition, and they had a lot of knowledge from that category, they converted to Islam. One of the most notable people is Ka'b al-Ahbar. His name is frequently mentioned in many books of tafasir. And many narrations, many reports are attributed to him because he often would quote a lot of those narrations that he had learned in his previous religion before he converted to Islam. So now, as when he was narrating those same reports as a Muslim, people who were taking knowledge from him, because previously he was a rabbi and he was very knowledgeable previously as well. But now, after becoming Muslim, he was still narrating those same narrations. So many people who were learning from him, who were taking knowledge from him, they thought this is also Islamic. So they started narrating it forward. And that kept getting recorded into the books of tafasir as well. So that's why we find a large number of narrations in the books of tafasir that belong to this category of Israeliyat. And generally, these reports are not to be trusted and not to be relied upon. They are often just used for amusement. And I'll share with you two examples. When there's a story of Ad and Thamud mentioned in Quran in several places, and we know that Ad and Thamud were extraordinarily big in their stature. They were very tall, they were very strong, they were very powerful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions something about their physical structure in Quran as well. كَأَنَّهُمْ أَعْجَازُ نَخْلٍ خَاوِيَةٍ فَهَلْ تَرَى لَهُم مِّن بَاقِيَةٍ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes an indication towards their physical stature that they were very strong, very big, and they were so strong that they were able to carve into the mountains, and they were able to make homes by carving the rocks in the mountains. So Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti rahmatullahi alayh, he mentions one narration from Israeliyat. He says that these people were so tall that some of them would catch fish just by putting hand into the ocean and then fry it in the ocean, in the sun. That's how tall they were. They would catch fish from the ocean and take it up to the sun and fry it over there and then eat it. So this has nothing to do with the truth or with reality. And we just recited some ayat about Ya'juj and Ma'juj. Now Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Gog, Magog, these are two nations. And they're not apes, they're not monkeys, they're not lemurs or anything like that. They are a branch of humanity. Gog, Magog are two nations. They are just like you and me. They're human beings. They could be different in some ways, like we have different people here as well. People from Africa are different from people in Europe. People in Europe are different from people in the Middle East or in Asia. Chinese are different from Koreans. Koreans are different from Japanese. So we do have these differences here, understandable. So Gog Magog, Ya'juj and Ma'juj have differences as well, but not such dramatic differences. According to one Israeli narration, they say that these people are so tiny, but their ears are very big. So they sleep on one ear and they use the other ear as a blanket. So these are fabrications for entertainment only. So the scholars have mentioned that as well, but they alert you. They tell you that this is not reliable. This is for entertainment purposes only. Ya'juj and Ma'juj are real. They are a threat to the humanity. They are a danger to the humanity, but they are not extraordinarily different in their physical traits than the rest of the human beings that are. They are actually part of the progeny of Adam alayhi salam. They are from the children of Nuh alayhi salam. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.